But as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night, we will not vanish without a fight, we're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
It's not true. It doesn't matter what's true. It matters the story they tell when you're gone.
I keep on pushing down my gypsy road.
Well, all right. Now, everybody's probably right now saying, am I having a Mandela effect? Weren't they used to be on at 11 a.m.? And then on Wednesdays they're at 8:30, and now the show's on 11 a.m.? Okay, guys, what's going on is, yes, we've been trying the 8:30 slot. It's fun, but I got special movie tickets for tonight to a movie called Moonfall. The movie doesn't come out to February, but AMC is giving me and my wife 2 free tickets to go see the movie early. Now, why they did that, I'll tell you guys a little secret on how to get in on some of these free little popcorn and soda gifts and all that. When AMC hit down to like $1 a share, when I bought 1 share for $1, Robinhood is a site that's you can buy free shares, whatever. I bought 1 share, so technically I'm considered a shareholder. So sometimes a shareholder gets free popcorn, free soda, so it pays for itself. And the movie tonight is for shareholders only, so they get to see me. I don't know if I'm going to see people with suits. I don't know. But I am technically a shareholder for 1 share. And
that's going to be awesome, man. I've been waiting to see this movie for a long time, and you get a couple weeks advance, man. I actually considered flying out, early. If I didn't have such a big weekend this past one, maybe I could have made it work. But you're going to get to see Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, and the great Samwell from Game of Thrones try to figure out, is the moon alive? Is it a cocoon for an alien? Or what the heck is going on?
Hey, Dragon's egg.
$1, right? $1 share. I already got 2 popcorns, 2 sodas, so it pays for itself. And I actually get to vote on the future of companies. Hey, all you got to do is buy 1 share in the company and you own part of them, right?
You should buy more shares. You should be the chairman.
Yeah, I wish I had the money to buy more shares. If anybody wants to go to my GoFundMe account, which I don't have, and fund me to buy more shares, you can. That's tonight. It starts at 7:00, so I want to be back in time for the 8:30. So I said, hey, let's go back to 11 o'clock. I actually like 11. It's kind of fun. I kind of like morning shows and all that.
Yeah, it's easier for me too. 11 o'clock is way easier.
But it's easier for our good guest Connor, at night, because he's actually at home. Here he's actually at work and jumping on.
If I can make it work though while I'm here, it is such an awesome time, because then I'm having free time basically. But man, I feel like I'm getting cheated sometimes when other people are in here, and I'm trying to change the world here. The Xbox games are over there.
And since the movie I'm watching tonight is called Moonfall, I thought, hey, we'll talk about the moon. I mean, it kind of goes together, right? One with the other. So, and I actually have a site. But before we get to that site, we're waiting for our other guests to come on. We all know Connor just went to a conference over the weekend. So
yes,
we're
going
to ask him a little bit about the conference, and then we'll get into the moon stuff. Don't worry, people. There's different magic powers or spells.
Yes, there is.
Moon phase that it's in, and I know Bob's got information, and I got an article with typically what kind of power is supposed to go with what moon phase. and then we'll go from there. But so Connor, you had a big thing this weekend. Not just a big thing, not just there's a con. You were actually part of the con. You were one of the speakers at the con. So how do you think you did as a speaker at a con?
Oh, I did incredible, man. I definitely left the place buzzing. The whole place was mobbing me after, telling me about my energy. I made even a bigger roar than any of the main speakers and the featured speakers, but much respect to them. It was an awesome event. Lyle Blackburn, Lauren Coleman, Maria Mayor, RPG was the host, and then the Skunk Ape Roundtable, me, Stacy Brown, Dave Sidoti, Robert Robinson, and then Marie DeMott and her Mid-Florida team were awesome leading up the show, man. But I had them hook, line, and sinker right from the start, full of strong energy. Squatching Cowboy, man. I match this energy in front of hundreds of people up there. I'm the furthest thing from a poser. You know that. But I live, breathe, and am made for this, man. And I did have a little bit of butterflies that morning going on. Not for nervousness or not for unpreparedness. More for I knew I was exactly in the right spot and I wanted to make the most of it. And sometimes strings get pulled outside of your reach that, alter your experience. But I really grabbed hold of the wheel, and Stacy made an awesome post yesterday, and he said, I don't know who put me after Connor, but even his energy makes me tired. But I had them all, man. I was dropping, flat earth knowledge about the dome, the other continents, talking about the massacre theory. I even was making jokes saying if there was any snipers in here or anything. It was amazing. I was exactly where I needed to be. Met a lot of incredible people. Even talking about the Minnesota Iceman, an elderly couple came up to me and a female saw the Minnesota Iceman when they were touring it around the malls back in the day. So she saw the dead Bigfoot. I had so many awesome, crazy stories of little kids coming up to me and older people saying, your energy is exactly what this community needs. So it was just all the reinforcement I needed. Squatch in South Florida, Matt Williamson, he was posted up at my table as well. He ended up, giving away all his business cards and did a bunch of sound bites for a bunch of interviews. But then we went to the Green Swamp the day after, bro, and we had one of the most revolutionary days of Sasquatch research ever. We had some crazy direct interactions that lasted more than 5 or 8 minutes long. It's all recorded. We found a bunch of tracks. We had the tri-field meter going off. And that documentary and film is going to be made on Squatch in South Florida's channel. And I think we really have something special. I got to stay at Tim Turner's house, who, he's going to be part of the next 168. BF Bud came down from Ohio. Flat Rock Booger came down and stayed with us. Daniel Lundy. Thank you so much, Daniel Lundy. You made me an awesome arrowhead necklace with beads, bro. And then I took that to the Skinwalker Swamp, and the rest is history. But, dude, it was just a magical weekend, and I hope just all the naysayers are, they have clarity now. It's either, hop on board or you're going to be ran over by the train. Or you better lay down like those kids, they lay under the train and they pray that there's no jagged metal. But these elbows are sharp and they coming for you jugular. But again, man, it was remarkable. And I just matched this energy that I bring to the Gypsy Roadshow and my hikes. And it was reciprocated well. Sold a bunch of books, sold a bunch of bottles, took a bunch of pictures. It was one of the best weekends of my life, man, and it's awesome to take it virtual to real life. Barb Santee was there. It was really cool to see her. A bunch of the other 168 squad, we all took a picture, all of us going on to that next one expedition. So hopefully Carrie is proud of us and Chris Reinhardt's proud of us that we could all round together and coordinate and make things happen even before the actual documentary is filmed. But man, it was one of the best weekends ever. The VIP dinner was so funny. It was good food. And, I was the loudmouth young guy, and all the Expedition Bigfoot crew, they definitely know what's up now. And Small Town Monsters were there. Alex Petikoff from Sasquatch Out of the Shadows, Tate Hieronymus, and Eli Watson. And those guys are awesome documenters, but I have a little chip on my shoulder with those guys, with everybody that comes down to Florida. And I am a very open guy and a very easily accessible. And I feel like when people come to Florida and do, Bigfoot research, hit me up, try not to go around me, but I know this vibe definitely is a lot for some people, but no matter what people say, it's in cement now. That weekend was eternally awesome, and people's lives were foreverly changed. And man, I was telling Eric, I had people pay and drive halfway across the country to come see me speak, and we have some of these shows that is a free show, and they can't even get people to show up.
I'm actually gonna be in Florida in August.
What city are you coming to?
It's more for the kids. Wherever Disney World is at.
Disney World.
Orlando. That's about 5 hours away from me, but maybe we can line it up that we can meet up, because that would be truly remarkable to meet you in real life, Eric.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
We were trying to make a decision. Do we want to go to UK to what's it, Bob? What's that city? Manchester. But we're like, with the unknown world that we live in, I would hate to fly over and the kids are supposed to start school and we can't fly back, because you never know what the shit's going on in this freaking world. So we're like, maybe on the safe bet for this year, we'll go to Florida. In worst case scenario, we can't get back on a plane. We could just drive back. Since I drove from Washington to New York like 3 times, I could drive cross country like it's nothing.
Yeah, we've done that. That was a hell of
I know. It sucks because I really want to go to Manchester and stuff, but the UK does more shutdowns than any other country in the fucking world.
Yeah, you want it to open up first. You're going to go all the way there and everything's fucking shut down or limited to what they're opening. But there's a big flux, right? I don't know if you want, it's the pandemic, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I call it that. But right now they're bouncing back. All of a sudden there's less people affected. Things are opening up. People are feeling a little more happy about going out without the mask on. The mandates lightening up. So we'll see how this game plays out.
Oh, for sure. The Supreme Court shut down the mandates. Such a joke. The UK evaporated it. Once people fight back, they shiver and they dissolve. So, guys, stand strong. And your compliance is the only reason why this has gone this far. So fight back. And trust me, I was rounding up the crowd for a revolution there. It's bigger than Bigfoot. This is life and death. And I carry this stuff with me. And Cassie, Oracles Beyond has arrived. The party has now started.
Cool. And first of all, Carla Webster says, Manchester is great, but I'm biased. Don't worry, Carla. Carla's one of the original watchers from way back. Carla's fantastic. She's one of the smartest people you could ever have if you're ever doing a show about movies. This woman knows more pinpoints of what this movie's about in real life than anybody have I known. Huh, Bob? You can back me up on that.
Yeah, she's a damn good woman.
So welcome, Oracle and Beyond. This is fantastic.
And I do apologize for the noise I'm making. I'm actually grilling pork fat.
We just lost her.
Oh no.
It's all right. She'll be back. Cassie is amazing. She has medium, crazy techniques that she's a true oracle. She could tap into other frequencies, and she provides a lot of clarity for people. She's done readings for me in the past, and she does free readings weekly. She's also a booker for the Chad Smith podcast and Paranormal Chop Shop, which Gypsy Road Eric was just on. So it's really cool seeing the families connect.
She did a reading for me. I forgot what it was, a turkey something. So I want to talk to her about the power of the moon and the cards. I'm curious on how the cards work, so we get her back on, because I want to know. I mean, I know people pick a card and they read it about whatever your future is, but I'm wondering, does it take a special person? Who's allowed to touch a card? There's things that I actually want to know. So hopefully she can get the internet fixed and get her back on, and we could talk about that, because I got questions. Right?
Questions.
Oh, she's trying. She is trying. So she's working.
I've had a lot of computer anomalies, guys. For example, this thing rarely ever kicks itself out. So When I got on this morning, I was booted out of the entire system. Like I had to have it run to the phone for a code to get into the computer. And I'm like, this is rare. Also, when I first came on, you guys noticed I had to leave because both of you were on swirlies. Something's going on. I've had computer problems for the last 2 days. And okay, yeah, it's debunked. It happens, whatever it is, but it's becoming a weird sync on a lot of weird things. When I want to download something, it goes black. If I record something, only parts are showing up. I'm like, that's like I feel like I'm being edited by some kind of universal AI.
I got fiber to the house, so I'm lucky. I got terabyte up and down.
Oh, this is to where I'm at. It's the top of the line, like top of the line. Like I'm in a government kind of a place where they have the best of the best for stuff.
It's the Congress. You watch that movie, you see they donate or they download you, and then they donate you around the world, and you're being used and generated and updated. Oh, no wonder we're swirling.
While she tried to get back on, I'm not trying to promote my Reddit page. I'm not. But if you're a nerd, like maybe some of us on here are nerds. If you're a nerd, on my Reddit page, the third video down, which you can see that I put a lot of people on here. Long Island Bigfoot's on here, paranormal stuff. There's a video here. It's called The Science of Star Wars with Sean Carroll. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys can spend 1 hour, listen to this guy. He is fucking awesome because what he does is yes, he's a scientist. Okay, but they were talking about if a lightsaber can work, how can it work? And he'll go into on how can we make it work. So his research that he does in his science is basically about, okay, let's just say, okay, for the sake of it, it's not fake. It is real. Why is it real? And how is it real? And the way he talks about how lightsabers work is fucking awesome. I mean, it gets very nerdy, very scientifically, but I love that approach on, okay, if Bigfoot's real, we know he's real. Why is he real? It's kind of like that. I love when you do a research like that. If you guys get a chance, check that video out because it's freaking awesome.
Do you guys remember me talking about on the Matrix video we did, probably a year ago now, in my college physics class, we actually had to decipher through certain things, like when Gandalf, was riding the sword down, would it be actually possible for him to reach the Balrog? And then another time when Yoda was in the swamp and he used the Force to lift the X-Wing out of the swamp, would his feet actually go, sink into the ground? And then we compared it also to when the Hulk had Thor's hammer and he was trying to pull it and he actually dug himself into the ground. So we had to explain it and then, compare it to other things in film. So it was really cool. And that was a awesome Friday class because Thirsty Thursday, then I'd wake up and go right into that class and I'd be talking about freaking Yoda and how the Force has no equal and opposite force.
Yeah, it all overlaps, man, and it's like math, a practical art. So I'm bad at math. I'm not a very smart person. So, but when I took math, the practical art, which is how to use it in everyday things, I fucking flew through it. Like statistics, gambling. We even did like coin tossing. What's the probability? I was like, hey, I could do it better like this. This is practical art, kind of the same way with the Yoda. Kind of cool.
According to Monster Radio, Yoda's feet wouldn't go into the ground because the Force doesn't rely on physical strength. It's his spiritual strength and mental strength.
That was one of the points I made, and that is why I got an A. Dean's List, baby.
That's true. I mean, it's using the environment around you to create it. I mean, the Force is like, I forgot what they call it in the prequels. It's the name they call it. But little micros.
You got to have Monster Radio on one time for a Star Wars science episode because he is a huge geek and he knows a lot about the Dogman and Bigfoot and other cryptids, man. He's definitely of this new era. I like it.
I like that. I mean, and then we could get him on the show and talk about Star Wars. We could talk about crystals, the power and stuff.
Yes. Eric, I can't wait to bring you to the Green Swamp. Orlando's not too far from the Mecca of the Skunk Gate. We're gonna do an overnighter, you know?
Ah,
Let me pull up this website about where is my moon? Where's my moon stuff? Yeah, it sucks. She's still trying to get on. She's having issues. That sucks. Oh man, I think I don't know exactly where she lives. I know a lot of places people are living at right now are having these big storms.
massive storms, even in
Massive
Israel,
storms are going
Turkey, Middle East, where they doesn't storm.
Midichlorians. Yes, that's the stupid name they came up with in the prequels. Midichlorians. This person got more midichlorians than that person. Okay, All right, that's fine. Some people have more midichlorians.
I believe
than
so.
others.
I actually believe that. I really do. I think that's true. I think some people have more than the others, and you're able to, manifest or not. I don't like the word manifest. That's not correct. But you can create a little bit. You can kind of move things around. You can kind of move the matrix around like a big chessboard a little bit more than a regular person. I do believe that.
Eric, before we tap into this, I have a pile. We'll try to buy Cassie a little bit more time, since she has the expertise. I have piled up a bunch of movies from behind me that all have to do with the moon power. So let's show how it's soaked in to our normal life. And we've all grown up with Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. And we all know one of the later movies was The Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, the real reason why they went there.
Yes, Galaxy Quest, guys. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman, of course. As we know, a lot of the Harry Potter movies, they all are about the lunar energy, the luminaries. It's right there, And, of course, from the creators of Babylon 5, Crusade. Pretty cool TV show that really, set the tone for space travel. Stargate Atlantis, another very cool interdimensional. Fringe, I highly recommend this show. If you guys like Lost, definitely check out Fringe. Star Trek, of course, you guys all know intergalactical study, travel. Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek Into the Darkness, and Sky Captain World of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like Eric was saying, there is many movies out there that talk about the moon, ranging from even Geostorm mentioned it, and then the core, the center of the Earth, and even Jumanji had something.
Futurama, Luna Park, on the moon.
Right there.
Remember Futurama? They were on the moon. They're on the moon ride.
Well, don't forget about Men in Black. What was it? The third one where there was a prison on the moon for really bad people.
And was it the movie with what the fuck? That handsome guy that everybody thinks he's handsome.
Oh yeah, no, Ad Astra, yeah, which is actually
What the fuck
which is funny because Brad Pitt goes to the moon as an astronaut. It reminds me of Apocalypse Now, where he has to go meet up with his father. It's the same thing, but
he's on the moon. That's right.
Yeah, Nazis on the moon. But Ad Astra was interesting because when he goes to the moon, the name Ad Astra actually comes from the acronym of the WOW signal. People don't remember the WOW signal. It came in from Sagittarius, obviously. There was a signal that came into SETI, and the abbreviation was Ad Astra, which is kind of ironic they use it for the movie. But yeah, he goes to the moon. There's a big moon base there. Huge moon base. And not only is there a moon base, Eric, in Ad Astra, they're actually fighting. There is conflict on the moon from different countries and pirates. You remember that part when it was a shootout? He's in the rover. He's out on the moon, and the rover is a big shootout. Yeah,
they're pirates. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, and that's true too. See, she's good. Truman Show. The moon is where the creator watches him.
Yeah. 100%. That is a 100%. It almost feels that way now, like a two-way mirror. It don't feel correct like it used to. And believe me, I'm in
that word. Was Cassie not able to get on? Cassie did try to get on. We saw her for a second, and then she got knocked off, and so she's in an area right now that the internet got knocked out. So she's trying to get back on when the internet comes back on. So that's what's going on. That's why we saw her for a second and she drops off. It happens, you know. I mean, if my internet goes out here, you know, show's over.
Yeah, I've had problems here. I've had it for the last 2 days. I don't know what to
But she's still trying Paranormal New York. She's still trying, you know, when the internet comes back on. You know, this show goes on usually about 2 hours, so we got plenty of time.
Yeah. Absolutely, plenty of time. We got no problem with it. A lot of movies.
We could just stare at this all day.
Well, I'm gonna, you know,
where's the button?
I learned that the moon in my time. Oh, here we go. That's cool. Got the crystal. I learned that the moon in my time, and this is how my class was incorrect. Now, I'm going to say this again, people. You don't need to debunk me. I'm going to say it's incorrect, obviously, my entire life, even at the university level, even at working at the Museum of Flight, which is an aerospace museum, that the moon was moving away from the planet. Moving away, if you want to call it a planet, if you want to call it the back of a turtle, whatever you want to call it. But in theory, it was moving away from the planet. According to the literature, that's how I'm stating it. So flat earthers, relax. I'm just quoting literature. So it was moving away, and there was going to be a time when it was moved so far out that it breaks away from the Earth's gravity. And when it does that, according to the literature, understand flat earthers, the literature, it was going to move away from the Earth, and you were going to have a catastrophe like a motherfucker because the moon does so much in the fact that, well, according to literature and science, it regulates the tides, it regulates the menstrual cycles for the gals, it does all these wonderful things. It's supposed to be part of the natural ecosystem, and the fact that we even have one is supposed to be rare. I know it sounds weird. No, it's not rare. Now it's not rare. Everybody's got a fucking moon. I wake up, there's a new moon on a new planet somewhere. I'm like, what? How many moons we got now? There's moons everywhere now. But in my time, there was no moons on anything except for Earth. So that's unusual.
Eric, have you watched that show, Resident Alien, that advertisement that just passed by?
Oh, let me go back.
Is that
now it's not showing that.
Yeah, I think we lost
I
it.
haven't seen it, no.
It's really cool. It's kind of dark, kind of funny, but it's really inappropriate. But man, I'm really excited for this movie. And Holly Berry actually went to the same film school as me, Cuyahoga Community College, Tri-C up in the Cleveland area. And then I came by a decade later, you know, so she's making, you know, Moonfall and I'm putting out Zillafoot. So we're both really repping our school proud.
Good. Hell yes.
It is awesome. I'm really pumped for that movie. And I see Obelisk and Juan Torres. And
Juan has a question. You guys, you might know, Connor. I don't remember this one. Wasn't there an old episode of The Twilight Zone involving the moon?
I cannot confirm, but I could squeeze every episode into the moon category. But I just wanted to say that, you know, Juan Torres, Obelisk, I know Aaron Rocca's in here. Our beliefs are a little different than NASA's beliefs about the moon, but I believe that it is a deity. So anything that is being said about it, it is clearly capable of, and then even more. So yes, I truly believe in the moon, the sun, and earth. It is the Holy Trinity. That is my Holy Trinity. And it's all in this system and all inside me as well.
Yeah. What I've learned is now not here. What I've learned, it's different. Everything's different. Even the moon's placement in the sky is different to me. I'm not from here. So everything's on the table.
I've been following some stuff on TikTok, dude, with all the moons and suns are in different places. I've witnessed 2 moons in the sky at Bellamy Bridge before. Okay, so yes, the sky is manipulable. You know, I always say it, particle form and wave form. And I think the moon has the same capabilities.
Yeah, I saw it. And now again, I debunk, but I'm not fucking from this weird ass, beautiful, magical universe that we're in now, because I was at a hardware store, and believe it or not, I'm getting hot dogs. It was horrible. That British don't know how to make hot dogs for anything, but it was out of the water jar. Like, ew. Anyway, I was eating a hot dog.
Oh shit!
And I was with somebody else. I looked up and I pointed at the moon. I said, "You see the moon in the middle of the sky, in the dead center in the middle of the sky, next to the sun?" And this person says, "That ain't normal." I said, "That's wrong." And this person was a school teacher. I said, "You see this?" And anybody in this parking lot look up right now and see the moon and the sun in the same spot. That's not correct, man.
This dog got the color of the moon.
Yeah, she does. She got craters.
But sometimes we see the moon as red. Sometimes we see it as blue.
Red.
I've seen it as green. I definitely think it is a beautiful thing. But we cannot deny that sometimes the sun is there, sometimes the moon is there. Most days, honestly, they're visible in the sky at the same time. But what you're talking about is even next level. And I think that happens every 28 days when they cross up. And that is when the women are most fertile, and the Sasquatch know that's when they could have their baby too. So it all connects with the moon up a zillion percent. The water's above, the water's below.
Yeah, it affects magic. There's a lot of magic here, a lot of spell casting. That's why I'm happy to have her come on. If I can get her, we can get her on her. I can't wait to hear about it, because there's a lot of spell casting. I got a lot of cool questions.
Calm down. This dog's going crazy. Oh, shit. Maybe the dog's trying to sniff my armpits. I don't know. That's But how to harness the magical power of each moon phase.
Magic.
So we'll just look at some of this, and then when she comes on, we can get her comments on it. How the harness moon. So you see here, it's no secret that witches love the moon. So basically, we know that witches love the moon. We know that.
Feminine.
And knowing how to harness the power of each moon phase can amplify your powers and make for some amazing spells. So the moon can help you amplify your powers and make some amazing spells. So the moon, in fact, can help you be more powerful. As a matter of fact, regardless of you identify as a witch or not, most humans feel a connection to Earth's natural satellite, whatever. Witches tend to think of the moon as mother energy and the sun as the father energy. And I remember looking up at the sky when I was in middle school and feeling comfort in the moon and the knowledge I could see if the moon from so far away. So basically it's saying, how everybody has felt something looking at the moon. There's some feeling, bad feeling, power feeling, low feeling. The moon, well, all through history, you've heard how, hey, there's a full moon out tonight. The crazies are out, Yeah. You guys heard that there's going to be bad things happening on the rise because it's a big ass full moon.
I've experienced it.
A lot of things. Now, if that's true or not, we'll find out, but we've all heard that, right?
I've experienced it.
The crazies are out. Why are the crazies out? Are they crazy? Or is it people that are just more open-minded to the power of the moon and they're doing more things outdoors?
First responders will tell you, too, that their calls go up a lot more. The police, the firemen, the ambulances, even the hospitals have a lot more activity in that full moon little umbrella.
What?
Yeah, that blood moon
is going on with the British, Bob? The British hot dogs have more cereal filler than meat? Is that true in Britain?
Yeah. They're so bad.
Really?
They're so bad.
Well,
I mean, you got.
I'm not going to UK now.
It's so bad. They just don't do it right. The British hot dogs are bad. I mean, I'm not putting down any. I love Britain. I got no problem. And a lot of your food is fantastic in Britain. I love blood pudding. I love a lot of your hot dogs are always in water, and I'm like, that's wrong, man. What are you doing? Were you soaking them in hot? Like, they were cooked, and then no, man. You make them and then put them in, and then you grill them. You don't have them soaking in water. Just takes forever to. You can't even cook all that water out of it. Tastes like shit. Anyway, yeah. It's not to change the subject, but yeah,
no, I know. It's just like going to a barbecue and somebody buys a package of that Bar's 5 type of fucking dog.
Bar
Like,
S, which is mostly like
shit. You invite me to a barbecue and you're giving me these kind of hot dogs? Come on, man. But here we go. This is phase 1. Phase 1. This is called the new moon. Phase 1. The new moon is a fresh start. When the moon is in its phase, you can barely see it, and the sky can appear black. Sometimes magic can't be quite literal, and with the moon out of sight, this can be an ideal time to do shadow work or acknowledge our dark side, or shadow selves would typically like to keep hidden. For instance, perhaps you have multiple aid to 10 assist you doesn't exist when called out. And there are healthy ways you could use these skills, such as to get ahead in your career without hurting others in the process. Or could you use your ability to read others to encourage your partner to communicate together rather than to control them? New moons are great for exploring our shadow side and finding their ways to work positively with them. Now, first of all, I don't want to communicate. I'd rather control them. Would you rather control your person? I'm just
not really. I want to control nobody.
Eric has a lot of these jokes, and sometimes I feel like people think you're a madman. I know with the gambling thing, people are like, man, he's trying to control the world. He's the next Biff.
He's mad with power. Now, I like people to have their own free will. I mean, I would prefer it, you know. It makes for an interesting conversation. I'm so tired of talking to NPCs. It's ridiculous. So that's why I like talking to Connor. He's not an NPC. He's real. It's nice talking to real people. So I don't want anybody to be if you're controlled, then you're an NPC.
For sure.
Yeah.
You would love the videos on TikTok that people go around talking to NPCs and asking them questions and they respond back. Like, it's hilarious, man. It's really immersive.
Well,
it's true too.
This person controls their person. I'm like, no, I control my person.
It's true about talking to. I call them NPC. I hated using that, but I have no choice. It's not a better term than NPC. You talk to them like, oh, and then they start shouting out the governor's name, and then they start talking about Trump and politics. I'm like, do you not realize that they're all related and it's all fake? Come on.
Well, here's a good one. Shoot, I know better than to attempt to control my partner. She'll kill me. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that. Yeah, I'm here. Let's do it here. Additionally, new moons are new beginnings. A new moon is a wonderful time to set goals and intention for the forthcoming cycle. What do you want to do next month to look like? So that's kind of cool. So when you see a new moon, it's kind of like a reset. You know, it's reset, start over, and then move forward on what what you're using it for. Is there a toxic lover you're finally ready to cut out of your life to make room for the person of your dreams? The new moon is a great time to encourage beginning. So, guys, if you want to get rid of your girl and meet somebody new moon.
Well, let's reverse that. How about you ladies out there get rid of that asshole that sits on the couch eating chips with a big ass belly?
That's true too.
Good for you too. Not just the guys.
Well, this here is a new moon spell idea. So here's a spell. Here we go. Try bath magic. Ooh, bath magic. Did you know you already have a giant cauldron in your bathroom? Water and salt are inherently cleansing. So run a bath. Fill it with bath salts or simple sea salt. If you want something extra witchy, try a witch baby new moon bath bomb. First of all, where the fuck do I get a witch baby new moon bath bomb? I wonder if they sell that on Amazon. I'm going to have to look that up. Set the mood by lighting candles, take a relaxing bath, and imagine the past hurt and pain soaking off you and going down the drain when you eventually get out. Spells can be intricate detail, but they don't have to be. But no, Bob, I'm gonna copy and paste this. Which baby new bath? I'm gonna pull up Amazon, see if they sell this.
Oh, cool! Bath bombs
just for fun. Bath
bomb. I've seen bath bombs that look like the moon, and then you put them in your bathtub, and they're supposed to give you moon magic. And I go, oh, too bad I'm allergic to everything.
Here's Amazon. Let's type that in. I'm going to paste that in there. Let's see. Which baby new bathroom bomb? Let's see if there's something here.
Bath bombs.
There's bath bombs, but they're not called witch. So where can I get a witch bath bomb?
I'm sure Gemma Jade, Cassie, even Amber's Paraworld, they all use, different techniques and different websites to buy things. They could definitely lead us in the direction. Because Amazon and Walmart.com, of course, are going to be the most cliche. But there are definitely websites out there that you can buy directly from them. Or even just your local shop. They have little like Raven Fairy shops and Crystal Gaze. You just have to go find them,
Right here. New moon bath bomb, witchbabysoap.com.
I mean, I recommend, I'm a huge encourager of supporting your local shops. And if you have a small shop, if you have a couple of Wiccans that actually make their own product, go to them, man. Go to them. I mean, of course, go talk to them first and then get familiar and get comfortable with these gals and then buy it there. And guys, I recommend go to your local, go to your shops, like Connor says. Go to your
the ingredients.
Go to your local comic book stores, please, and go to your local Wiccan shops for your certain products.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Go see the Bruja. I always go. You want to go to the doctor? No, I ain't going to the doctor. Why? Where are you going to go? I said, I gotta go. I'm gonna go see the Bruja. They're gonna give me the same thing. But
Ghost Dragon said Gemma will definitely help you, and I know Gemma and you met on the Paranormal Chop Shop show, and that was awesome. Seeing one of my co-hosts, best friends in this paranormal world, as Eric Wood, meeting a past wife of mine in a past life. Gemma is awesome, man, and we were definitely linked many lives back, and she gave me an awesome 35-minute personal reading that really went deep into it. It's awesome, man. But to see you two up there was just so classic, and you guys lived in Jersey, so you have that Jersey Devil connection.
I think her and I were talking the most on there to each other because I was fascinated because when she talks about portals, right? But she was talking about learning how to open portals. I'm intrigued because I'm like, well, how do you learn to open portals? What's involved in learning? You know what I mean? I mean, it's so fascinating. How can you not be fascinated if you can open portals and close portals? And then the question is, what kind of portals can you even open? I mean, what are you looking for in a portal? Are you looking for a heaven portal, hell portal? What are the different portals out there? There's so much I want to pick her brain. And I did email her, try to ask her what day would work for her to come on the show because I want to pick her brain about these portals, man.
For sure, man. She has great information about fairies, and she's released so much content, live show wise, and then also 20 minutes long, just straight full of information. She talks about fairy species that are 12 feet tall, and she had a glimmer man / shimmer man experience. She is abundant of knowledge, and she's a goddess, and she is so cool.
She's open-minded.
Yeah. She's rad. Not
one topic is off for her. Like when I told her we did a show on unicorns, we did a show on. She's like right on,
Yeah, I really hope she makes it on the Gypsy Road show here soon. She is going to be doing a reading tonight. She always does her readings, oracle readings on Wednesdays. So definitely pop in there and get some clarity. I've definitely screenshotted and screen recorded her giving me awesome advice and stuff, and it's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people like her. Ghost Dragon is awesome. She knows her stuff. That's the key, right? When you get other people saying, "Hey, she's the real deal. She knows her stuff.
Knows her magic.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see this phase 2 called the waxing moon. What the hell is the waxing moon? The waxing moon phase is when the moon is visually getting bigger and brighter, shifting from a new moon to a full moon. To remember the difference between waxing and waning, I think of the expression wax on. During the waxing moon, the moon is growing, becoming brighter, creating the ideal phase for synthetic magic around growth. Sympathetic magic means magic that works through symbolic resemblance. The moon is getting brighter. So let's use the energy to make your career, self-esteem, and love life brighter too. Ooh.
Well, I want to see the moon phases. We need to bring that up because I haven't seen this year's, especially when they have the double full moons. I know last year they had it in October, which is kind of cool. I was born in October. I like it.
We'll definitely pull that up.
Yeah. I want to see.
I don't know how many moon phases they have here. I mean, according to this, there's only 4 moon waves. So we don't have a lot of moon here, but we'll pull that chart up. But for the waxing moon spell idea, here's the spell idea. Write out a letter of attention stating what you want from your career. Be it raise or a change in title, even a total shift in fields. Regardless of what you think of magic, evidence shows that writing things can help us emotionally process and therefore go after and get what we want. If the spell is about money, buy a green candle. Although whenever doing a candle magic, you can always use white one as a stand-in. Now, let's think about that. Positive people. Let's look at Connor. He writes books.
Yes.
He writes everything down. So, Connor, I mean, for you, when you write things down, like what they're kind of saying here, I bet you it makes your dreams come more fulfilling for yourself.
1,000,000%. And I definitely think about it when I'm writing it down. And even when I was part of that punk rock musical over in Lakeland, literally when we were making the costumes, we would write words with the glue inside of the costumes. So that way it was embedded into it, man. So yes, there's a lot of power in spelling words, and writing in cursive. It's right there. It's literally in the ink. We used to write with our blood, with the crystals, and it all goes back to manifestation. And I loved, Bob, how you said you don't like that exact word, and that's a bazillion% fair. But when I first got on stage at the Bigfoot conference, I said, me being on stage is proof that manifestation works. Last year, I was running around interviewing people, and I wanted to be a part of it, and this year, I'm here. I'm on stage, and that's what really brought everybody. And I said everybody's there for a reason too, hearing this message, and we have to be the brave ones that kind of are the messengers to raise awareness and just raise bravery at this point, just to be natural and go outside and inspire others. Man, it's our duty.
Yeah, Bob, look at this.
Yeah,
Carla wrote, the moon is the female aspect and the sun the male.
Yeah. That's how it is. Well, I mean, if you look at Judaism, you've got what's the Star of David. Well, you know what it is? It's the female symbol and the male symbol. It's combined together, which makes it's triangle and another triangle. That keep things Occam razored, man. And keep it simple. It's all it is the male and female symbol crossed together. And the moon is sacred feminine. It's feminine. It's the female magic. That's what they write down, and then the sun is the masculine energy, and you can feel that. I always try to play the mind game where I always say, well, what happened? What if in this universe that the moon is the male and then the sun is the female? You get, because it's white, and anyway, I get people really pissed off when I say I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying this is Massage idea. What happens if it's reversed here? What if it is everything's upside down and Tom Cruise wears a pink shirt now, and the Statue of Liberty is now a male in women's clothing, and the moon is male and the sun is female, and we play that game. Just play that thought game. What would it mean? That means nighttime is. Everyone always associates the male is good and the female is bad. Even in the Bible. All right, even in the Eve did it. Eve did it. It wasn't me, God. It was Eve. It was her. They always try to associate the feminine was a little bit of bad, and I go, well, what happens if the feminine is the good and the male is the bad? Let's reverse this game. What if Adam ate the apple, and then poor Eve got suckered into it? Whoever wrote it switched it again. When we talked about the Voynich manuscript, and one of my theories is that it was, and we all talked about it was written by women, The book was written by women, and they were priestess, and all the letters in there are actually feminine letters that are missing from the Torah. Because when you look at the Torah, God's writing from right to left, it's all missing vowels. It's all masculine letters, and the feminine letters are missing. And I think there was a group of feminists or female priests that wrote female. I don't know. They didn't. I know it sounds weird, but they wrote the female version. So you together, the masculine, the Star of David, together they can make a manuscript book. Their missing vowels are what the women have in their books, and then the men have the other ones. I know it sounds weird. I know.
Let's check out this full moon here.
Yeah.
Phase 3 full moon. The full moon is no joke. Some of the wildest night of my life went down on full moons. What about you? Emotions run high on full moons, and everything is extra intense. You can use intensity and apply it basically any spell you like. With the knowledge, you have bright ball of shining power to aid you. Many people charge their crystals during the full moons by placing them somewhere they're exposed to the light. Another trick is to make full moon water. Make full moon water. That's interesting. By placing a goblet of water under the light of the full moon on top of a letter of attention. Then let the moon charge the water and then chug it up. In
copper. You got to do it in copper. They always forget to say that. You have a copper cup. You put the water in the copper cup, and then they place it out for the moon to charge.
Well, it says here, any magic can be done under the full moon with extra ooth in it. But it's also time in which physic abilities are heightened. So you got
psychic,
ability, the psychic, it's stronger. Trust your instincts under the full moon, even if emotions are running high. One of the simplest and best use of full moon energy is to meditate in its light of clarity on a situation.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Hold on. I knew there's something in the Prince movie, Under the Cherry Moon.
Yeah.
Here we go. Prince, Under the Cherry Moon. Sex magic means using the power of an orgasm to manifest your desires. Open a window so the light of the full moon shines through and masturbate. I'm sorry. I'm child. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got to read that again.
Read. That's fine.
So the light of the full moon shines through and masturbate. When you come, imagine your intentions. Be it the partner of your dreams, a raise of self-love, an orgasm powered by the full moon. Yeah, that spell is going to work. I love it. I love it.
Mom, don't come in here.
When you have the window
open on the doorknob.
That it's not open for everybody to see you too. Hopefully you're high up the ground.
I've been manifesting and calling out to the skies for a little moon girl myself, so she keeps track of all the crescent moon, waning moon, and all that, and she can just, use the lightning rod whenever she needs to.
Well, Bob, I fully understand the Prince title now, Under the Cherry Moon, full power. I understand that.
Obelisk also mentioned the moon's name is Artemis, like the NASA's New Moon project. And I think that's really cool because who is the female hero in Ready Player One? Artemis. So the moon might be the natural way to escape this virtual prison they're trying to put us in. So just remember Artemis when it starts to get dark in the next few years, guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We had that blood moon, which was the first one we'd had for, they say, first it was 1,000 years, and then they brought it down to 600 years, and then it was 500. I go, well, they're just giving you numbers. I started at it, okay, you're just giving numbers, fake media. Anyway, that blood moon was insane. I actually was involved in I'm just saying a lie, guys. I'm not gonna. I was involved in a slight fight club. Everybody was neutral, but I was in a fight club during the blood moon. Everybody was compelled for some reason to brawl, in an organized manner. Nobody was mad, but I was like, everybody was. I go, this is Why compelled to fight during the blood moon? There was nobody involved in any witchcraft or nothing. It was just an instinct. Fucking, it was weird. It was all fun, but it was a lot of blood. I was blooded up pretty good, beat up pretty during the organized fight club during the blood moon, which was fucking weird.
I've done a lot of LSD under blood moons, and we've had Sasquatch encounters and things that we can't even explain, like deities and elementals. So yes, the energy is definitely abundant then.
Yeah.
And I, was on the outside of society for many years, just cherishing those 2001 Space Odyssey moments coming to life. Like, you could just go in your backyard with $12 worth of paper under your tongue, and you can really see God. It's monumental.
Yeah, there's something I still have it. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm sciencing the shit out of it, and I have noticed through just sciencing, man. This is like checking with people and checking to see how they when it's leading up to the full moon. There seems to be what people call a shift, and I don't call it a shift. I call it more of a Rubik's Cube reshuffle. There is changes, and I do look for it, and I know when it's leading up to a full moon, like the first one. There's always two. The first one of the month, I know that as it's leading closer to the full moon, a lot of reshuffling happens, and that's when I'm seeing these weird changes in literature and history, and people's perception and people's attitudes. Almost an entirely different people. After it hits the full moon, then it stops. Then we're back to looking for the things. Hey, this just changed. Hey, Eric, I found out this fucking just changed. I always look for it leading up to that full moon mark. Then the second moon, it doesn't seem to do it as much.
I was looking for, because I know we actually did a show on the red moon before.
Yeah.
And I found it. Put under it's under the. I'm putting the link in the chat if anybody wants to go back. It's a video we actually done over a year ago. I mean, it's been that long ago. It's called Gypsy Road Under the Cherry Moon. So if anybody wants to see a video of us talking about the blood moon, here's the link to that video that we had a conversation about the blood moon. We went through the whole blood moon and everything.
And remember,
this last phase, and then we'll pull up that the moon chart for this year.
Yeah, I want to see the moon chart. Remember Sean Connery, God, what was it, 2019? Sean Connery dies on the full moon on Halloween, and the date of that particular date actually adds up to 007. Remember how weird that was?
Yes,
and it was a full moon.
Carlo who figured that out. Oh, somebody figured that out. Couldn't remember. Somebody in the chat figured that out.
Yeah, and I've noticed that people seem to die, pass on. There's no such thing as death. They seem to pass over around the full moon. Around the full moon, and something gives up. It's nobody seems to notice it because you're so you're interested in the person that had passed away. It's sad. It's tragic. But no one ever stops to look up my God, it was a full moon that night. That person passed away. That was weird. Well,
check out this last phase 4, and then we'll pull up the chart of the moon for 2022. The waning moon is a time period in which the moon is getting darker again, moving from a full moon back to the new. Remembering sympathetic magic, the waning moon is great for banishing work or cutting cords with the past lover. Oh, that's cool. You want to get rid of a lover? Do it during phase 4. However, you don't always need to banish a person from your life entirely. Some of the most powerful banishing work you can do in spells to rid yourself of feeling for someone is bad for you. Insecurity or self-doubt. I've always found that empowering myself works better, and some would argue more ethical than trying to change the will of another. But banish that fuckboy, banish those thoughts, and say you deserve to date fuckboys. Which, wow, I love this language. Banish unfair treatment at work. Banish your imposter syndrome. Remove unwanted negative and that are keeping you from living your life you deserve. So, guys, phase 4 is the phase of the moon that you want to get rid of that crap. Get rid of those bad people. Then
Yeah.
let's find out what the spell is for that. Okay, here we go. Here's the spell for the wanting moon to get rid of that shit. Get rid of that fucking crap. Get rid of those damn ass fake conspiracy people, baby truthers. This is how you get rid of the baby truthers. Write a list of all your fears and insecurities. Many witches would tell you to get rid of it. Get rid of it at a crossroads. But I live in New York City and don't want to get hit by a car, which that makes perfectly good sense. So I use other methods. This is good, people. This is good to learn here. If you live in a city, you might want to hear this. You could also burn it, but please be careful and don't hurt yourself. We want to get rid of those nasty thoughts, not rid of your apartment via fire. And the moon doesn't want that for you either. She wants you to know how loved and powerful you are. So always practice fire safety.
Yes.
Good fire tip. Safety. I like that. So phase 4 is when you want to get rid of people.
Yes. You write down all that stuff.
Write it down to get rid of, and you want to find a crossroad if you can.
Burn it. But just don't sign anything at the crossroad. That's the thing. That's the key. Don't sign anything you're just burning something, getting rid of something. But there's always a guy there at the crossroad with 2 dogs that one has a big ass contract. Says, I'll make you whatever you want to be. Just sign right here. During the full moon. So be careful at the crossroads during full moon.
With all the high level Illuminati, contracts, they always burn it after it's written because it's written. It's written. Yeah. It's done. It's good.
Yeah, it's a spell cast.
I don't know.
All contracts are spell casting.
Amber's Paraworld. I don't know if you're by a computer. If you are, if you can jump on, we're trying. We lost our guest, or she lost internet. She couldn't come on. So anybody in the chat, if you're a card reader or something, and if you feel like you contribute to the show, let me know, and I'll put the link in the chat so you can jump on.
Yes.
I wanted a card reader, but every time we do a show, something stops us. It's like the Matrix doesn't want
every time
the truth to come from us. I don't know why it is that way. It is that way. So let me type in, Bob, 2022 moon chart.
Yeah, and a disclaimer for those of you guys out there that are Christian or other various religions. We're not doing witchcraft. We're not doing like spellcast evil magic. We're exploring the avenue of science and magic together, as in the Bible. It's the same concept. The priests performed magic. Spells are performed by different people. Shamanism. So it's all throughout history. Again, we're not doing magic. We're not dark fucking lords and witches and stuff. People that perform magic aren't these evil things that they put on them. They're people they're usually herbalists who make medicines and things that can help you. Of course, there's a couple of bad apples out there that do all the bad things.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to, no matter what religion it is, they're there. Doesn't matter. So let's not persecute anybody and call us names.
I know some of you out there are thinking, well, let's not give Eric the power because it sounds like he wants to use it to do bets and stuff. Listen, I'm a good person. I wouldn't use these gifts on bad things.
No.
Maybe a small percentage here and there. You got to throw a dog a bone once in a while.
Oh, you remember the movie, Chevy Chase? Everything. They had a green goop. It was on the radio.
Modern Problems.
Modern Problems. Yeah, you're not going to turn into no Modern Problems guy.
All right. Here we go. This is the chart.
And that's for this year.
What is today's date anyway? Today's the 26th. So it looks like
but that's for this year, right? You make sure you got it for this year. Yeah, it is.
It says here, full moon calendar 2022.
Okay, cool.
When you see the next full moon. So they're probably different charts, but we'll just start with this one. January 17th was the wolf moon.
Woo.
Yeah, I remember that. And Monster Radio and all my Dogman people were definitely harnessing that energy. And I was outside during that, filming live as well. And I actually recorded a knock that day. So that shows, man. But again, when you can harness the energy, the moon's always in the sky, guys. It doesn't mean if it's a waning moon, a crescent moon, a full moon, or a new moon, you can harness. You just have to find that certain section of ability, because each one has a certain tendencies that maybe is a little bit stronger towards.
Yep.
Well, look at this, guys. Now look at February. We're in February.
February 16th is the snow moon.
It's a snow moon. Now, what's happening right now? What's happening in the Middle East? What's happening in the Mediterranean area? Snow. Israel's about to get a heavy dump. Turkey's getting slammed. The Middle East, all those areas that never snowed, it's snowing. It's a snow moon. Really? That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's a snow moon. That's what's going to be the worm moon. What the hell is that going to be like around here? There's going to be worms everywhere? That's funny.
Interesting. That's February 16th.
It's snowing. Yeah.
And then March 18th is the worm moon.
Wow. Yes. Yeah, the worm moon. Yes. Now these are
the worm moon?
Not native. These are not indigenous peoples, but this is European-ish.
Well, April 16th, you got the pink moon.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Then May 16th is the flower moon.
Okay. Flower power.
And then June 14th is the strawberry moon.
Strawberry moon, yeah.
Then you got July 13th, on number 13, the buck moon.
Yes.
And then you got the sturgeon moon, August 11th.
That's really cool. The waters will be very vibrant during then.
Yeah.
The harvest moon, September 10th.
That's about right.
Hunter's moon, October 9th.
See, that's a little weird. The harvest moon. What were they harvesting in 2001?
Yeah, right.
And then you got the beaver moon, November 8th.
Yes, and in the middle of hunting season, by the way, too.
Yep. And then December 7th is the cold moon.
Yes, it is very cold. Now, how many full moons? Now, look up how many full moons this month or this year. There's an unusual. It's unusual they would have like 2 full moons in a month. They had it in October last year during the Hunter's moon. Let's see what's we got.
12 full moons.
There'll
be 12 full moons in 2022 with 2 super moons.
Uh-huh. When is that? Do they have a calendar?
Forbes does a thing on moons.
You guys should type in your birthday, and we could figure out what the moon was when we were born. Because I was born during a new moon, August 28th, 1992, the Virgo moon. So all you honeys out there, manifest goodness. I'm aiming for the Steve Young style lifestyle. So like 4 or 5 happy wives.
Yeah, that's Eric. Is there a way? Yeah, how do you do that? How do you find that? That's interesting. That's a good concept. When you were born, what moon was it? What it'd be the month and the year.
12 full moons include 2 super moons, 2 lunar eclipses.
I wish one of you gals would get out here.
I'm getting the link to Amber right now.
Okay. We're winging it.
Oh, she wants to come on? Oh, here, I'll just drop the link. Oh, Connor's giving her the link, or I can drop it.
I got it.
Okay.
We don't want any barbecue buffoons hopping in through our StreamYard link.
Well, it's hard because we're guys, and moon is traditionally a feminine thing, and so it's usually the gals really have it down. No, I'm not stereotyping. It is true. The gals have the moon.
2 lunar eclipses in 2022.
Okay, what month? I wonder that.
Start late night, May 15th, and ends hours on Monday, May 16th.
Okay,
and then the second lunar eclipse will occur early morning on Tuesday, November 8th, and will be visible from the United States and the rest of North America.
Wow. Yeah, because it affects everything here in this comic book. In this comic book, man, magic is here, and the moon is a big part of it. big. I can't stress it in this place. As an anthropologist, doing research, trying to be science at the same time, but looking at magic like it exists, and it does. I've seen it. Moon is making a difference in this. All these castings, it's amazing. Here we go. What are we looking at?
Well, all calendars are the dates that we already talked about.
Yeah.
The names of all the moons.
Let's see if we can find what Connor was talking about. Now, Connor, is there a search engine? Is there something?
There's probably a couple multiple sites that you could plug it into, but simply just Google your exact birthday and then moon.
Okay, that's simple enough. Eric, start with yours. We'll work our way
8th,
down the ladder.
1973 moon.
And then your month.
May 8th, 73.
There you
Okay.
go. You got it.
Lunar calendar moon phase. Waxing crescent.
And when was the moon? What date was it?
May 8th, 1973.
Yeah, but what
Waxing
was the
crescent,
date
lunar
during
phase.
the month? Oh, 8th. Yes.
May 8th. So that's mine.
Yes.
So
And
waxing crescent.
You were wax on, wax offing. Okay.
I'm a waxing, wax on kind of guy. Calculate your personal birth, moon sign.
Okay. And
Here
then
we go. Here we go. Here's a date one. So Bob is October 17th, right?
yeah, 1970.
1970. He's already on 1970.
Yeah.
What time were you born? I don't fucking know what time you were born. Birth city. You were born in Fresno,
Yeah.
California.
This is where one of them gals would be way better than us.
I sent it to Amber's Facebook, so Amber, just pop in whenever you get a chance, and then I know Eric will keep his eye.
Yeah,
Field
I
Moon.
just looked. She's not there yet. Fresno, you moon in Gemini, moon sign, moon phase, and moon in the house. Full moon, Bob. You're a full moon.
Of course.
Moon in the 6 hours, Placidius house systems. So you're a full moon.
Yeah. So there was a full moon in October in 1970.
That's
Cool.
pretty powerful right there.
Yeah, and born on it. Cool.
That's
Connor,
fucked
you're
up.
coming
You got
up.
a full moon, man. Well, how come I didn't get a full moon? I should have got a full moon.
You got a
Here,
wax
I'm gonna
moon.
go this side. This seemed like this one does better. You just type in.
Well, is that the one? It's not the one showing though. Show us the one that's
born in
showing.
Fresno, California, too.
Eric just wants us to
Mine's
know it.
crescent moon. Mine's still crescent moon.
Well, connect, Eric. We can't see the one you're looking at. We're looking at the other one.
Yeah, your new screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're not seeing what you're seeing.
So you're seeing. May 8th. Oh, let me get rid of yours. Sorry about that. Shame on me on that. Bob's. Let me go to Bob's. Which. Hold on.
And we're definitely going to have Cassie back if we can't get her in today, of course, because I think it's going to be really interesting to hear what she's got to say. And she has Oracle decks. And I think, what she does over at Chad Smith's show once in a while, how she does readings for people. I think it would be awesome for her to do readings for, the crowd here. And same thing with Gemma and Amber. And hearing it from all three of those girls, different styles, different clarity, it's interesting. And what an awesome source of knowledge and information that all of us have access to. What's up, Amber?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hey.
Cool.
So Amber, we're gonna start right off the bat. Amber, what's the moon stuff, the moon phase powers and stuff? What does it mean for you?
I mean, I have recently learned to enjoy the powers of the full moon. Okay, for a long time in my life, I didn't like the full moon because the spirits always bugged me more during a full moon. And I don't know if it's like some kind of correlation, but before I knew how to get rid of them and control it, because there was a time in my life I was literally getting tormented by spirits, and the activity would increase so much that I hated, when the full moon was. So I always kept track of it so I would know to prepare myself. But I'm good now with it because It's all under control.
Yeah.
So are you
I
a
always
true
thought-
believer in all the
I
phases of the moons now?
What is it?
Are you like a true believer now of the phases of the moon that could do different things for you?
Oh, absolutely. I have 2 huge jugs of moon water in my fridge right now.
Oh shit.
We charge things. Like it started out with like just a little glass of it, and now it's like a gallon jug,
That's
if not
cool.
more.
Sorry about that.
Even my little one will go and take her crystals out and put them outside in the moonlight now. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it, the moon has the power to make the tides go in and out. Why would it not have power over us? You know,
Yeah.
if you think about it that way.
Yeah, I always thought of it. Somebody gave me a concept one time and I was running with it. I was trying to play the mental game with it, and it actually makes sense. It's a weird concept. The idea, I know it sounds weird, but the idea was that the moon, when you see the full moon, you're looking at it, it's actually a reflection of the earth, but dead. So we're alive, and the moon is a reflection of the earth, but dead, like been destroyed. It's the destroyed version of Earth. And we're constantly reminded of that's the future, that's death. And so when you have the full moon, death from the moon, the dead us, the dead humans come to the living, and then vice versa. Like you can leave your body and go to the death world. And it's actually the earth, reflection of the earth, but dead. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that concept of the moon.
I've never heard that. It's
Yeah.
interesting, but I've never heard that.
It is weird. It does answer a lot of weird questions when it comes to magic. I said, oh God, I never thought of that. So they're not really going to the moon and the shuttles. They're going to death. They're going towards the future death us. I don't know. I'm leaving it alone with that. You're a gal. I'm leaving it alone. You got a better concept.
I mean, people have always heard that, like, well, I did. I grew up always hearing that, like, animals and, you know, all this stuff react to full moons. I used to watch Dr. Pol, that show, you know, on Animal Planet or whatever channel it was on. And he said his theory on it was that they don't act up because it's a full moon. It's just because they can see better and they're more like they're awake.
Yeah.
Which I know my goats are, they like, you know, they'll go out and roam around when they can see. So when there's a full moon,
yeah,
they're up and about.
Here's a comment. Purgatory, the moon, is its own light source, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's a good opinion.
Yeah. You know what you're saying is true when it comes to science, because they did a scientific study on people on airplanes that have jet lag, and so they had a couple of people blind, whatever. They were wearing shorts, and on the bottom of the seats they had lights. They had lights that reflected on the back of your calves. So the entire trip they had live lights on their calves. And when they got off, they didn't have jet lag. They're not hardly any jet lag because of the constant light. Same thing to do with a full moon. That light would make animals stir, people stir.
Well, Bob, here's a question, Bob. Here's a question. Sandra Piper says, are they saying the moon has power over us?
Yeah. Yeah, it's dead. Well, in that theory, the moon is a reflection of Earth, but dead. Flat disk, it would still be the same concept. We're flat, it's flat. It's a reflection of death. It's a reflection of us, but dead. That means everything's been destroyed. Those pits aren't from meteors or whatever, they're from explosions and from other things. It's death. So you're seeing death. You're seeing us dead. And your spirit is still half there and half here. That's weird. I don't know. That's a theory. That's just somebody's idea. Some people believe that. I'm just saying that. It's not up to me if you want to believe that. It's a pretty brutal concept. That's death. That's Earth. Some people even do the dark marks, and they actually do lines. They go, you see where the continents are? If you're looking at the continents, not from a map form, but like Connor talks about flat Earth concept, where you see everything from the top down and flat, and you draw the continents, and then you put it up to the moon, and you draw it's almost the same continents. Like oh my God, that is us. That is the death version of us.
Somebody wrote, the moon is just hiding the Death Star from us.
It could be the Death Star.
There it is. There's another timer. Watch. Here we go. When it's ready to explode.
It could be the Death Star. It could be artificial, right? People think it's artificial. It was put there to keep the tides and
Right.
keep things going.
Sorry.
I definitely love that theory, though. I definitely think the moon is definitely something. Is it a map of Earth? Is it a fallen Earth, or is it a deity or a plasma itself? It definitely has some special abilities, and it takes the shape of what's behind it. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's red, sometimes it's yellow. It's very interesting, and I think it is a deity, not a space rock. Buzz Aldrin has already came out multiple times and said
He did confess that.
Like, imagine saying, like, someone went to the moon and that person's telling you, I did not go to the moon. It's like, I did not go to Walmart. I swear I didn't go to Walmart. I didn't go to Walmart. And then other people are like, he went to Walmart. I'm so proud of him. Like, no, the guy said he didn't go. The guy said he didn't go.
Well, I've been inside of it. I work at an aerospace museum, and I can't stress it enough. I've been inside of it. It's a mock-up, but the chemistry and the parts and pieces are there and they're authentic. And there's a part on the top that has a gasket that runs in a circle, and I popped it up and closed. I said, so you have an open top to the capsule. Well, yeah, but when you clamp it down, it keeps it sealed and blah blah blah. I said, well, number one, what materials was used for this gasket? Because it would melt at a certain temperature out in the opens with the sun. It would be liquid. So this whole top would just rip off with the vacuum.
It's laughable. And, not to hate on anybody who was alive during that time and who fell for it, but back in the day, it was real easy to trick people, guys. Like, they literally ran a live broadcast from the moon, and people believed it. Like, a news station, it takes more than 40 volts just to broadcast to the region, and we did it from the moon and with no delay on 8 volts. You're honestly like a child when you put out that information. And that's all I want. I want to be just that pillar of bravery, because the stats are there and you can reciprocate the facts, but people will still banish you down, man, in every direction. But you have to stand strong. And I was saying all this in front of hundreds of people this weekend about the dome, about the forbidden continents, about how the globe makes no sense. So again, it's real life for me. God sat above the circle and could see all the lands. How the heck could he see all the lands if it was a globe? It's silly. Like, there's people in Australia watching right now. They are not watching like this upside down. Get real. Get freaking real, And I'm willing to die for flat Earth. I'm willing to die for what the Bible says about Earth. Google the Earth the Bible describes. I'm willing to die for that. If any of you guys are willing to die for the globe, Baphomet's laughing. That's the only one laughing. Jesus and the Creator, they're shaking their head. The globe is Baal 666. The axis sits on a 666. It says nothing about it.
Nice. Amber, how are you?
The power of the moon has been around. It's ancient. It's not like people were doing, manifesting rituals. There's cave drawings. Like, it's not anything new. So what did they know back then? I'm sure. I mean, I know we like our technology, but could you imagine being around when people actually cared about the Earth and used what was on the Earth rather than, relying on technology, chemicals, all this stuff? I mean, it's not anything new. You just got to do some searching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Connor, let's do your date here.
Yeah, we'll do
your date. What day were you born on?
August 28th, 1992. My mama pushed me out, and I said, Bigfoot is real. I'm looking for Nessie. And what the heck is this globe crap?
You're a puppy.
What state were you born? What city and state?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Ah, shit. Now the men in black are going to go to his house.
Oh, I know.
I'll be right back.
Moon in Virgo. You're a new moon.
Well, you were new.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Eric's just like, yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Any redeeming
what the fuck did it
any
go?
redeeming qualities in the paragraph?
Any
No,
redeeming
I'm
qualities?
trying to understand this. There's I'm trying to make it bigger so I can read it. It's so small. Hold on. There we go. Moon in Virgo, your feeling of safely is related to order and clarity, even in emotions.
13.
You may have need to organize everything chaotic and disorganized. Trying being more tolerant and accept imperfections of life. You may be terrified to show your dark side, but this can unnecessarily include something that your mother considered unacceptable or something that was denied to you in your childhood. Suppressing healthy but problematic passions can turn into a hidden inner desire. Great emotional intensity and suppression of natural emotions can lead you into solitude. It's better to trust life and let it run its own way. Not everything must be according to your expectations.
Boom. That smacks me in my face a little bit, and I like it. Sometimes I need to hear stuff like that, because sometimes I try to control the tide a little bit too much, and sometimes you got to get out of its way once in a while. But when you see that this world is being steered in a direction, and it is being steered in a direction, it's not naturally flowing anymore, you have to fight back and steer that back. But I am definitely seeking the natural way.
Yeah, I think it has been hijacked. It's part of one of my main theories. It's been hijacked. We've been hijacked.
Well, Bob,
we're fighting back.
Yours says safety for people with moon in Cancer is their home. Family and related activities such as cooking, gardening, and DIY. Other people can be attracted by your home-loving character, which I know a lot of people love your character. Your inborn disposition to educate and protect allows you to be a good parent and a supportive friend. But you must be careful not to look after others too much because that may become overwhelmed by your care or think that you are dependent on them.
Yeah.
It is easy for others to notice that you take care of everything. If you are a man, this is likely that you will often rely on others to do what is necessary. You may be prone to emotion fluctuations. You should learn to forgive and forget in order to avoid depression from thinking too much about things. Your perception of the world can be very subjective. Try to create a certain distance without being bitter. Due to your rich emotion manifestation, you can create a real sense of belonging in the world.
Ooh, well, that's nice. My camera keeps turning off. Something's going on. You guys notice I didn't touch anything. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of nailed it. That's like Connor. That's kind of nailed it a little bit. Yeah, I cared too much. I had to throttle back. Like, I feel bad, but I gotta take a little me time, please. I'm being exhausted by all of you. A little me time. Yeah. That's good.
And then mine says you feel safe in moments when you can impress others and get praise and admiration. Yet, when you get into the spotlight, you may find yourself at a loss. You probably have a desire for money and social status and have a strong ability to get it. I guess YouTube is that. I guess you can say that. Maybe you can admit your fear of criticism and inability to accept criticism. And it's very important to accept feedback and use it for improvement. Do not try to only make excuses for yourself. You may have a talent for drama and creative activities, but because of your playfulness, you are likely very good with children. Yeah, I got kids. Learn how to keep your distance because you're necessarily perceive everything either as praise or as insult. Okay, I like that.
Wow, nailed it.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is, everybody listening and reading along, we can all identify with stuff in there. And sometimes just hearing it can give you that clarity to stop being so harsh on yourself and the rest of the world and to to let it flow. And RPG kind of made me tear up at the conference. You know, he's talking about mushrooms and how, you know, once a year, you know, we should all really let go and take it off. And it could show you that, you know, everything is not as serious as it seems to be, and it's not all cutthroat, and there's beauty in between the lines. So yeah, I love it. Even just, you know, all of us getting our little bit of clarity, I feel like everybody can see through it a little bit too.
Amber, yeah, guys, it's up to you, Amber, if you want us to do you.
Yeah, it's bad luck for guys to ask girls their the dates and ages and stuff like that. So we don't. It's up to you. I've always been told, don't you ever ask them what year they were born, huh? Okay, I won't. It's bad luck.
Do you want to? That's fine.
Okay. What's your month of day?
September 11th.
Wow.
What
year?
83.
Wow, you're a baby.
You're good.
You're young.
What cities and
state? Oh, I'm sitting here looking at like how bad my wrinkles are showing on this.
You're a baby.
What year were you born? Or what city?
Charleston.
What state is that?
West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. I lived close to West Virginia before.
Well, we're West Coast guys, so we don't know.
Hey, there's Charleston, South Carolina, but I knew Amber was a West Virginia girl. That's how I was throwing up the dub.
She's a crescent moon.
Okay.
That's my favorite moon phase too.
Here we go. Moon in Scorpio creates the need to delve into your feelings as deep as possible, and this brings great vulnerability. You never forget anything that was done to you. It's hard to force you to do anything. Rarely, it is impossible to influence you with kindness. You need deep emotional relationship, even if it's not easy, and you are forced to change many things. Shallow relationships do not satisfy you because they are not purifying enough. You have an unmistakable ability to detect the emotional state of others. Even, I don't know who's called. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry about that. You have I'm sorry. Somebody was calling me at the same time. Got my mind all sidetracked. Where was I? Shallow relationships do not satisfy you because they are not purifying enough. You have an unmistakable ability to detect the emotional state of others, even if they try to hide it. That gives you the ability to very effectively hurt or heal others. Oh, you do heal people.
Nice.
Your emotions can be extreme, from sympathy to contempt, from passion to coldness. It is necessary to get rid of the fear of betrayal, abandonment, and that you lose what you love. If you do not get rid of your fear, you will lose exactly the thing that you are afraid of losing.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's good for you or not. I don't know.
I mean, I think some of it's on point.
That's cool.
I mean, I don't have abandonment issues. I spent a lot of years doing shadow work. I'm good. And I'm definitely not the kind that has to have somebody like a relationship with a partner. Like I'll rock on with somebody or by myself. I'm good. Other than my kid, there's probably, I don't think Tim's going to watch this. I mean, I love him to death, but like, if things ended, I might be sad for a couple of days, but I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I can definitely tell when people lie. I think a lot of us can do that though.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, these things are, some parts are valuable. Some parts are for other people. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that are born on that date. So, it's a little bit for everybody.
Oh yeah.
I've only met one other person that had the same birthday as me.
Is it a relative?
No.
9/11, man.
Well, Carla Webster, you want us to do yours? You're a good friend of the channel. You watched us on Horror Talk channel and this channel. So Carla, if you want one, we'll give you a moon reading.
Or anybody in the sidebar, if you guys are really interested, like somebody just can't stand it, they gotta have it. We'll do
yeah, we do moon readings now.
Yeah,
we take credit cards, we take PayPal,
and mood readings.
What I want everybody to do is to get a thermometer, and also to go outside and then to stand in the moonlight and document how cold it is, and then go in the shade out of the moonlight and document how cold it is. And you'll actually see that the moonlight is a couple degrees colder than just, say, in the air.
We got Carla. Whoa. We got Carla. She wants to do one. That's awesome. August 7th. August 7th. Let me see here. August 7th. She wrote, what's the year? Was
1979.
1979. Oh, I know she's from the UK.
A really cool thing about August birthdays, my mom is a twin. She was born on August 8th, the day after Carla. And then August 18th is my grandfather's birthday. And then August 28th is mine. So it's those eights. And they say that if you're a son or a descendant of a twin, that you have certain antennas. So that might be the answer to all this madness.
And you carry
my mom.
What city, Carla? What city? Manchester, UK. Wow. Manchester. We were just talking about Manchester earlier.
And I also want to say my shout out to the truckers up in Canada. You guys have my support. Of course, the United States is not showing any of it on the news. They are fighting back. There's over 50,000 trucks and over 500,000 people fighting back against the mandates. And everybody definitely, get your supplies, because the next few months are going to be even more bare shelves.
Well, first of all, she's waxing moon like I am. I'm a waxing moon. And your relationship with your emotions can be complicated. You want to free yourself from negative emotions such as fear, anger, and jealousy. But it can lead to the fact that others will expect you to be incredibly tolerant when they display such emotions. You may have the tendencies to create the greatest possible distance from your natural instincts and emotions. But the situation which you, man, I'm about to sneeze, constantly get, sorry, my God.
Bless you.
This powerful moon self in which you're constantly getting yourself into forces you to accept the reality. You have the ability to impartial observer of life. And this gives you the ability to be good psychologists who can give other people useful and impartial advice. She gives us good advice on our shows. So that's true about her. In relationship, you tend to attract indifferent, unpredictable, or irrelevant partners, which technically everybody does in a way. It is important for you that there is friendship between you and your lover. That's important. You got to have a good friendship with your lover. I mean, that's kind of common sense in a way. You have a strong need for freedom of expression. That's why she's here with us. And this can cause moodiness, unpredictability. You are happy in the company of other people. You're here with us. When you are in a group of people, it is easier for you to understand your feelings and get rid of fear of intimate situations. Okay. I mean, she's here with us. I mean, she's here with a great group. So hopefully that's a good one for her.
Yeah, I thought it was cool how she could teach people, and she's definitely put her information into our live shows, and we witnessed it live and direct. So yeah, I think it was spot on in some ways, and in other ways, it was speaking to the other people born that day.
Was it KB almost has the same year, I think the same day as Amber, except for the month. Because you're on the 19th, right, Amber? 1979?
And KB is from Wales, if you want to put that in too.
Okay,
Wales.
let's do KB.
I'm the king of Wales.
KB is here. Okay, the 19th.
Daniela just put her information too.
March 1979. And then Wales. You said Wales, right?
Yeah.
Wales, UK, England. Okay. Let's see. Calculate moon. Here we go. Dismating moon. Wow, that's kind of a different. We never got somebody with that one. So KB, here we go, KB. let me shrink it a little bit so I can read it. There we go. The greatest need is always search for something. So you're always in search for something, KB. That's good. In order to feel safe, you need a philosophy or a belief. You need to have a goal or mission that gives your life meaning. Your faith must be voluntary, and it is a paradox that fighting against dogmas may lead you to other dogmas. You also need activity, whether it's traveling or sport. Your love for horses, dogs, or other animals is also important. You have an optimistic approach to life, and you believe that things will get better, even if you get into trouble. You might have the nature of gambler, and you have the need to take risk when you want to achieve something. Your innate spontaneity and openness is very refreshing for people around you. You may be full of optimism and company of others, but when you're alone, you may sometimes feel emptiness. Hold on one second. Right back. Hold on.
We know what you could do if you're alone and there's a full moon.
Yeah, and KB, he definitely has some awesome, interesting information. So he'll take that and run to the dome and back with it, man. And I love this, man. If we could set up a little bit of a cycle, and you guys get a couple decks of oracle readings, I think Gypsy Road could really speak to the audience even more than you guys already have in the past few years.
Do a moon phase show like once a week? Do people moon readings? Yeah.
Soon you'll just have to get a deck of cards too, because then they just give you a number. All this is really cool and specific, but I think with an oracle deck, you could do a lot of damage, but good damage.
Well, let me ask this to Amber. You do cards too on some readings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm playing dumb here. I'm playing fully dumb here. So I go to the store and I know they sell those cards. You can buy buy a deck of cards. But if I even bought a deck of cards, shouldn't I have some kind of ability to know, like if I pick a card,
tarot cards,
a tarot card, when I pick a card, is it like a medium knows what kind of card to pick that person, or is it really just look at the draw of the card that you pick for somebody?
I mean, people do it so many different ways. For me, I have to feel the energy in the card. I can, especially with my future cards, I'll kind of like put my hand in the bag and just feel it. I have to feel the energy. Some people have you choose a number, and you're putting your energy into that number, so they pick a number. They count the cards down. I've seen people, especially on TikTok, will literally have a deck of cards and just call people's name and flip them over. That you'll never see me doing that. I think that's just for show. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely get what somebody needs from them. And anybody can do it. You can learn to do it. So if you go to pick out a deck and you've never done it, I would say just kind of feel them, see which one you're drawn to, and go from there.
Well, cool. I only trust girls. I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to tarot card reading, I don't trust the dudes. I don't. Some about I know when I studied African. Oh, that's cool. African culture, that they actually believe in and this is all cultures over in Africa, that all women are born witches. They're born with the ability. They're born with the power, and it's up to learning when they get older to teach them how to suppress the power and not use it, but they do have the power. And a lot of early indigenous peoples believe the same thing. Women, all females are born with the power. They're naturally born witches. They're wicked. I don't know if it's a bad word for people or not, but they're born with the ability to perform certain spell castings. And so I'm a believer in that. And so when I have a gal read it, it almost feels 100%. This is, man, you nailed it. When a guy does it, I'm like, no, man, not even close. Like, okay, sounds good. But just throwing my
I feel like if somebody's going to be a reader or doing any kind of work like that, paranormal, any kind of work that you're doing using any kind of equipment, I feel like people need to be meditating and making sure that you're like balancing your chakras, clearing out negative energy. And that goes for everybody, like whether you're doing that or not, but like you have to be like on that higher vibration. And if you're not, how accurate are you going to be? How well in touch with energy are you going to be? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
And then you think about, the purists too, like back in the day, when you would go to an oracle reading, you would go into a sand pit, climb into a stone castle, and meet someone in a dark room and get a reading. And those people would say that any of us even, going through a computer or a webcam, we're losing some of that impact. So it's very interesting to just see the lineage, but I don't think that takes away from what Amber, Gemma, or Oracle readings or any of the other people that are doing it. If you can really, connect to that other energy and cleanse from the static, then I don't think you need to be in a golden kingdom or a pyramid to do the readings. But of course, those places do enhance it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm so
See, when you
encouraged.
said that, brought back a memory that I had when I was little. We went to I think I went with my grandma, but I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. I was probably my daughter's age. And we went to this outdoor thing where they had like cakewalks, and I'm pretty sure a church set this up. I'm not, they always went to church. But they had a fortune teller there. And I went in this room and she's got like this crystal ball, and I was like, whoa, I bought a lucky rabbit's foot. It wasn't so lucky for the rabbit at the time, but I'm like, why did they have that there? But I remember her like talking to me and stuff. I don't remember everything she said, but it was pretty cool. You don't see that nowadays.
Yeah, you don't see that nowadays. Well, Nostradamus stared into a crystal ball. There's something about that silica, like those crystal skulls, silica. What's in your cell phone? It stores information, silica. What's in your third pineal gland made of? Silica. So, there's something about it, man. Crystal balls, you gotta believe a little bit.
I got to do this one for our friend Daniela. She's been with us for a long time, and she watches on different channels too. So hers is July 27th, and she's also a subscriber to the Gypsy Road channel.
Wow.
So she gets special privilege here. She's going to get a lot of love from us right here. 1986.
She's a member. She's a member.
Wellington, New Zealand.
Most of these people are subscribers.
Well, no, she's
a member.
I only got 4 members. I only got 4 members, and she's one of the 4 members. So I only got 4 members. I'm not a very loved guy.
I've got 1 member.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do members, so you're doing better than me.
Here we go. Wellington, here we go.
Amber, it's through monetization.
Oh, well, it might be a few months for me for that.
You know how many watch hours you're at? You got to be close.
Okay.
I'm not even at 2,000 yet.
Got you. I'm at
Okay,
3,100 now, so I got 900. So guys, watch my videos. Go to the Mayaka one. It's a 3-hour video. Just let it play on your computer.
Well, she is.
I will do that, Connor.
Thank you.
She's a
I honestly think, within the
moon.
next few weeks, naturally, I'm going to hit my mark. But I'm starting my live show once I monetize.
Here we go. This amazing moon.
I'll come on.
The feeling of uncertain. The feeling of uncertainty can make you solve problems faster than is natural. Do not rush as if there was a deadline. Try to slow down so that you can decide what you want to do and proceed at your own comfortable pace. A sense of peace may seem boring. You can run out of energy, but before you realize it, you have an extraordinary ability to quickly recover from any trauma and regain strength when it is needed. Your temper may be astonishing, but then you are frustrated. It can suddenly fade away. You might feel that life is like a bit of a battle. Try to calm the emotion rhythm. Be aware that you are not under continuous threat of enemy forces, and pay attention to the feelings of others. So pay attention to my feelings, Daniela. You'll be fine. It's about my feelings.
Yeah, you're sensitive. You're a sensitive male. That's a good reading.
That is good reading. It is.
I hope she's satisfied with that reading.
It is. It basically says it's all right to slow down.
It's on the internet.
And if you use up your energy, you're going to regain that energy faster. So she regenerate. You know,
and it's on Google.
Kinetic energy. You know,
Yeah.
More friction, it stirs something up. Judy actually provided her details too. I think that'd be awesome. The New Jersey family, New Brunswick.
Okay. Here, let me go back.
It's all readings. Guy version. This is the guy version of this kind of thing. So
Hey,
I was thinking of a joke when you said that earlier too. It's kind of like massages. You know, you want that female touch if you're going to spend $25 on a massage.
Yes.
You don't want some hairy guy rubbing you down. You know,
big bearded
I
burly
feel
guy.
the same way on my oracle readings.
You've got emotions coming from you, and this don't sound right.
Hold on, 1956.
I went to massage school a long time ago. And did,
Oh, cool.
New Brunswick, New Jersey.
I had a client once that was extremely hairy, and my lotion kept like kind of sudsing up in his back, and I can still remember the way it felt. It was
Okay.
Yeah, I had a rough time with the massage therapist. I was like, I would prefer a woman, man. Well, I'm
Amber,
just as qualified.
I think the Woodman, you know, he might sense that about you, that you got through that, and he might be thinking he just wants a massage back there. So, you know, maybe bring your massage oil to your haunted woods, and you know, you might get a little hands-on action.
Well, this is Judy's. She's a third quarter moon, so she's third quarters. You know, that's not half bad. Your feeling of safety is related to the order and clarity, even in emotions. You may have the need to organize everything, catalytic and disorganized. Try being more tolerant and accept imperfections of life. You may be terrified to show your dark side, but this can unnecessarily include something that this sounds like Connor's, right?
Hey, me and Judy come from the same tribe.
Yeah. Connor, acceptable or something that is denied to you in your childhood. It's almost something as Connor. Some personally healthy but problematic passion can turn into a hidden inner desire. Great emotional intensity and suppression of natural emotions can lead you into solitude. It's better to trust life and let it run its own way. Not everything must be according to your expectations. Okay. It's almost like yours. It's either exactly like yours or maybe a few little differences in it.
What I really like is how we get the third quarter moon, and then for KB, it was a gibbous moon, but it was like some other type of name too. So we have the, you know, different clarifications, but then there is certain specifics inside of those too. So the moon is everlasting and always providing new formulas and frequencies to us. So I love it.
That is awesome.
Hey, Gypsy, I had a thought, and I was thinking you could try it out.
Oh, Bob was gone.
Hear me out on this. So moon water can be powerful. So what if you take moonshine, let it sit out in the moonlight, and make moonshine moon water?
Oh, hell yeah.
Moon water, moonshine. See what it does.
Why not?
Add some apple slices to that, too.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid
I don't
growing
know
up, we had another brother.
Yeah.
Our brother became a sister, actually was trying to make a real moonshine back in the day.
Oh, I've made it. It's not that hard.
No, it just takes time and effort, and you know, you got to do it just right so you don't blow yourself up, and then you got moonshine.
That would be a good sell concept. You know, this one's also been done out in the full moon. It's been brewed in the full moon, and then breathe out every time the full moon.
Amber, that's a good look. Moon, water, moonshine. I'm gonna type that in.
Yep.
Before we think about that. Let's see if somebody else already thought of that. So I'm gonna go to Google.
If not, you better go copyright that now.
Moon, water, moonshine.
And drinking by a lunatic, and then I'm in the bathroom porta potty, you know, soaking up the extra nectar.
Drinking by a lunatic. That's a hell of a. That's some hooch, man.
there's not really a company that has that designated name on a drink, so that name's still open. Somebody's probably watching this right now, so probably already putting a patent on it.
So let's all go to the West Virginia mountains, battle the snow, and hit Amber's Brewery, and we're gonna have some hooch and hive.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
We'd have to put
Moonwater.
dandelions in it, not like apples or cherries.
That
So let's
sounds
see
good.
what's going on this week, because we're getting closer to the end and stuff and all that. But let's see what's going on this weekend. I know tomorrow I am going to be doing a live breaking news live at 10 a.m. tomorrow Pacific time. Sometimes I move it to 11, depending on how much, if I can finish tonight. It's going to be kind of harder for me because I'm watching Moonfall tonight. But I already got some stuff ready for tomorrow, so I think I'll be ready for 10 a.m. for our breaking news.
Cool.
So Bigfoot Anon, I know you got a lot of things coming up because I know you just been to a conference. You're showing premiere videos and all that. So what do you got going on? I mean, coming up.
I actually have a big interview tomorrow with Bigfoot Rob and Tex, and I'm about to share the link right now below. But that is at 12 o'clock noon my time. So keep your early show so it will lead into it perfectly, please.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you can.
Yeah, if you have the link up on your community bar, I'll just show that link. Like a
I just
news.
put it's on my community page. I just uploaded it 18 minutes ago. So if you guys could show that real quick, and then I have a couple more interviews set up. I'm going to be with Carlito Castro Saturday evening on the Cryptid and Paranormal Kingdom, and then I've got a bunch more shows lined up. I met a bunch of people this conference, and they're all like, "Oh, we need to do an interview," and I'm definitely down for it. It was awesome sharing this vibe in real life and getting to all the people that get to watch these shows. They were ready for it. They were in the crowd anticipating it, but everybody else was just blindsided, and it was awesome to see. So I definitely encourage everybody to reach for the stars, and if you're not invited to a show, send an invite, give them a reason to do it. There's nothing until you're denied. So fight hard. But yes, Brunch with Bigfoot tomorrow with the Trinity Para Research Channel. Tex and Bigfoot Rob have definitely put in a lot of work and have a great following. So I can't wait to knock their socks off. They reached out to me after the Spaced Out Radio interview. So everything is history from there on. But yeah, man, we got some big things planned. And
there's a link right there.
Set some stuff into motion. But yeah, set your reminders, guys. Definitely show some support. I have a good community of people that enjoy my vibe. So I love seeing you guys all over the other channels and becoming friends with each other. And like AAP says, cross-pollination. You show love, you get love back. And if we can create, such a vibe, we'll take over the world. And numbers don't really matter as much as the content and feeling that we can provide. And just these 2 hours help me get through my week, and I really cherish the friendships that all four of us have on the screen and a lot of people in the sidebar. But I got to meet a lot of the people from the sidebar this past week, and it was magical. And I just encourage everybody else to keep going for it. Can't wait to see Gypsy Road at conferences and really, shaking the people up, because we share this special time online, but, still 99.999% of the people out there unaware of the beautifulness, so just keep spreading it and be positive in this dark times.
Sooner or later, a conference will let me, the Emerald Comic-Con, they turned me down, but I won't give up. I won't give up. So Amber, what do you got coming up?
Well, my schedule's not as exciting as y'all's, but I uploaded a new video just a little while ago. I don't know if it's loaded yet. It's about dowsing rods. I get cane about them, on social media. You're making a move, but, I'm kind of like, I just did a video about them. And pretty much I was like, I can debunk, we can debunk dowsing rods the same as I can debunk this, or put my hand in front of a REM pod, whatever. So I kind of showed some examples of it. It's whatever. And then on Valentine's night, I'll be on Spaced Out Radio. Finally got rescheduled for that. So you guys, cancel dinner plans with your loved ones and tune in.
That's going to be awesome because, yeah, you were snowed in for the last one. And I know you were really looking forward to that. You're a spaced out family.
Yeah, and I barely get cell phone signal where I live. Like, I have to be outside, and it was so cold. It's still cold here, but at least we have power now.
Let me see. Let me click on your videos.
And guys, Amber is a celebrity on
TikTok.
TikTok. She has like 27,000 followers. She's had videos hit millions of views. Her lives are always bumping. So follow Amber on TikTok first and foremost. And then you can come over to her YouTube. I know she's trying to build her YouTube, but she's TikTok famous, guys. We with the legend here.
And I'm putting her link right here in the chat.
I used to make all my, when I would do readings, I would make those live streams private just because I didn't want it to kind of clog up my YouTube channel. But then I realized when people watch the playback, you get hours from it. So I made all of those public again and put them in a playlist. So if anybody does feel like running playlists, a lot of the videos are not new. They're just ones that, have.
I have a couple videos that are past 100,000 views that are just random music things, not connected to Bigfoot and Non. So I put those private. So I could easily, just get the 4,000 hours with that. But you gotta do it, pure, of course, and yours is pure, of course. But music recordings from 8 years ago, I'll let them go. But I love seeing Barry Browning in here. $25 massages. Yes, you can do your research online about these Asian places. You get the happy ending for cheap down here in Florida.
I was going to say they're like $60 a piece at my chiropractor.
And then I know Bob's been putting out audios of the Bigfoot found, Sierra Mountain Sasquatch. You got any more of those audios coming, or?
I do have a few more audios coming. Those are just some audio entertainment ones. Just goofing around, having a good time with some friends up in the hills, actually up in the mountains. So, just audio fun. A lot of people like to just listen to them before they go to bed or while they're in bed or they're high mostly. Yeah, I'll be making some more. Coming up.
Well, beyond that, I guess it's that time of day where I got to go start picking up kids again. Pick up a daughter from school, and then there's a book that. Sorry. When's the remix books going to be coming out? The remix.
Sometime in February. The new cover definitely looks dope. I'm really excited for it. I was actually doing some finishing touches with Jeff last night on a couple like photo captions. It was a picture of me when I'm a kid holding a hay bale like this, and he's like, Connor, caption this. So I was like, Pap, is that dog supposed to be walking on two legs? And like gave him like 3 funny captions, and he's like, no, like place, time, and person. And he's like, but I love that. We're keeping that. So it's really funny. But yes, Erie Swamps, Road Trip to Eden is getting remixed, remastered, and put out. The cover looks incredible. I'm really pumped for it. I sold a bunch of books during the conference and made a bunch of friends, man. And it was one for the books. I've already started working on that chapter because the Skinwalker Swamp with Nana Boss and Squatch in South Florida, I had some of the most interactive Sasquatch morning ever of my life. And then the conference, and I saw Amber the other day. Someone was asking like, where can I watch this? And Amber's like, he'll upload a video soon as YouTube. Well, Amber, I appreciate the faith in me. I only got like 5 minutes worth of footage at the actual conference, but hopefully a bunch of people actually got footage of me because I was bombarded, guys. And then when I wasn't actually talking,
I apologize. You said you were going to record some, so.
Oh, no, I loved seeing that, and I planned on recording, but the speech went so well that I didn't have any more free time after that. But I did get some, clips of me on stage and everything. And hopefully you guys will see me in Small Town Monsters documentary in the future. And it really opened up the door for a lot. But I definitely dropped the ball on recording. But I should have had, someone else like BF Bud or my dude Jake filming for me. But this year was.
Well, maybe you got a couple new subscribers from the comment too, though. They went to look for it and found something else.
For sure. A lot more people in real life. They followed me and subscribed me right on spot. So it was real cool. And hopefully they'll be in the next, live and premieres. I had a premiere yesterday that was very successful. had like 250 viewers or views at the end of it. So that was a successful hour and a half for sure. So definitely appreciate you guys. And yeah, you can have whatever I'm on, you know, in 3 more hours, and that's when I'll be on some stuff. Right now I'm surviving work. I'm going on my sober buzz right now. That's when I started to get really loopy. But guys, it's the positivity, and it's no coffee, no speed. It's just knowing that they're hiding information from us, and I'm just trying to swim toward it, man. Swim toward the light. But yeah, guys, I definitely appreciate the magical afternoons. And Eric, enjoy Moonfall and say hi to Halle Berry for me.
I'm ready. Beyond that, guys, I'll see everybody later.
Bye, everyone.